Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Cult Movie Tuesdays, right here on Night Owl Video. It is, if you can't tell, it's just deadly hot where I am. The humidity is really getting to me. I don't know where you're living, but ooh, it's bad news here. But today we are talking about offerings. This was a random pickup one day at a thrift store. I think it said something on the back about being a slasher, or I may have looked it up on the internet when I was at the thrift store, and it said something about being a slasher, so I decided to pick it up. Wow. Okay. I don't have a lot to say about this movie because there's really not a lot of resources online for this film. This is a pretty obscure one, I think. I think this was straight to video, so yeah, there's not a lot of info on this. This is not to be confused with the 2022 film The Offering, however. So if you were expecting that, you are not getting that. You are getting this film, which is a slasher from 1989. It was written, produced, and directed by a person named Christopher Reynolds, and the only other credit to his name is directing a film called Lethal Justice. So I can only imagine how incredible that is based on watching this. This cast, I really couldn't find much about them. Their names are J. Michael Ferguson, Richard A. Buswell, G. Michael Smith, and the only one that I could find an actual credit that I recognized was Toby Sexton, who was in Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. So I don't know the people in this movie. Elizabeth Green is also in here. I don't know that person. This was a hard movie to research because, like I said, there's really not a lot of information. And when you type in offerings, it does bring up a lot of links to the new movie, The Offering. So, but this one I think is pretty obscure. I don't think this is not a very well-known movie. The synopsis for this film is: a deranged brute escapes from a mental institution to take revenge on the cruel schoolmates who sent him there years ago. So the movie opens on this kid, and he's real quiet. He doesn't talk. He has a friend in the neighborhood, so she invites him to go out and play. The boy's mother is like a real crazy, mixed up person and is really cruel to him. So they go. Then all of a sudden, these bullies show up, and they terrorize this boy and his friend. And they have this challenge where they have to walk around the edge of this well and not fall in, which the boy who's being bullied does. But as he gets around to the where he started, one of the bullies makes a loud noise and the kid falls into the well. And then I think it just cuts to like 10 years later, and we're just supposed to understand that now this kid is grown up and he's tracking down the bullies and picking them off one by one, and he's leaving body parts on the porch of the one friend that he had, this girl. So it's like he's giving her offerings. I guess like a cat would give you a dead mouse. This movie, yeah. Again, I don't really have a lot to say about this movie. There's no commentary on here. There's very little information online, so I'll tell you what I could find out, which is not a lot. But anyway, the soundtrack to this film, I know one thing about. It is a total ripoff of John Carpenter's Halloween. Like, the like that kind of music. This has like the same notes but like reversed, and it comes on every time he's about to kill. It's so outrageously obvious. Like, I can't believe these people didn't get sued for plagiarism. It's really bad. Not to mention, this movie's basically a Halloween ripoff anyway. This film was made in Oklahoma. It was distributed on home video by Unicorn Prism in the UK in September of 1989, so it was a direct-to video. This release is a Madison release from 2003. It has been released like as a boutique by 88 Films, who released it in 2018. And like I said, I think it's had a few other re-releases, but most of them say the transfer is really bad. And I think that's mostly because this movie was like straight to video. I don't know if it was shot on video. It certainly looks very low budget, low quality, very dark in parts on this particular edition. So really hard to see what's going on the screen. But yeah, that's about all I could find about this movie. The tagline for the movie is "Remember him before he dismembers you." So the front says, "When he was little, the local kids gave Johnny hell. Now it's his turn." So yeah, this not so good. The critical reception for this film, one reviewer said, quote, "A pale imitation of the Halloween series of films, right down to the derivative musical theme," which I mentioned a few minutes ago, unquote, and that the film was, quote, "unpleasant rather than scary," unquote. So I think that same reviewer went on to say, quote, "Film lacks the usual genre sex and makeup effects visuals," unquote. So yeah, this movie's got no good gore in it. It's got no good kills. It's got no teenage sex. It's got nothing. It's just very bland, very slow, hard to get through. That said, I didn't totally hate it. I thought, sometimes when I'm watching these movies, I think like, because this was like a random pickup. I had never heard of this movie. And I'm really, as I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm really not into the ultra low budget crap. So I wasn't sure. And when I watch these kind of movies, it's almost like I think to myself, ooh, I'm getting this, I'm getting like a look into like these weird cult movies, like these real terrible straight to video cult horror movies, which I wouldn't normally otherwise because I don't really go for these kinds of things. I didn't really know what to expect with this, but it's probably going to be a one and done for me. I don't think I'm ever going to rewatch this. I'm not even really that excited to say I saw it. It is just very. I would much rather watch Halloween for that sake. So, my thoughts on this film, like I said, I'd be hard pressed to give this a 1 out of 5, 1.5 out of 5. This wasn't very good. I know it's probably got its fan base. People who like low budget, straight to video, late 80s slashers. This came out in 89, so it was kind of right in amongst all of those real popular franchises. But yeah, this was just literally somebody watched Halloween and said, "Oh, I can do that," but they couldn't. So yeah, I can't recommend this movie. I know it, like I said, I know it's probably got some fans out there. I watched a couple other reviews on YouTube and basically said the same thing that I'm saying. Just a Halloween ripoff and not that good at it. So I would avoid this one if at all possible. This edition, like I said, is the 2003 Madison DVD. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think this is just a chapters list. Yep, chapters list. If you're really into low budget, there's some stuff on the inside too. Some more classy Madison titles that you can grab, including Balkan Runner and Alley Cat and Power and Lovers. Yeah, this is schlock. This is your low budget schlock, straight to video nonsense. This has a theatrical trailer as well as trailers for other movies. I think this did have some cool trailers for other movies, but they were like bigger, well-known movies. But I can't recommend this one. You can currently watch this for free if you have a smart TV on the Midnight Pulp app channel, whatever you want to call it. I didn't see any free copies of this. I did check YouTube. This is just one of those real unknown, under the radar, weirdo kind of things. So I don't know if this DVD is actually worth anything. It's probably not now that it has a Blu-ray release, but Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this film if you've seen it. I'm gonna guess probably most people have not seen this. It seems like it's really obscure, um, and I don't know what else to say about this. If you've seen it, leave comments below. If you liked it, please let me know why. Is it just because you're into slashers from 1989 that were straight to video? But otherwise, avoid this movie at all costs. Not good. Not. It's a frustrating movie because I did watch it to the end, and like, although by the end I was kind of looking at my phone and kind of checked out a little bit, like it does have some kind of weird charm, but I think that's just because I have like nostalgia for 80s horror movies. But yeah, otherwise, if you don't like those things, just avoid this one. Like I said, you can watch this on the Midnight Pulp app. It I didn't check Tubi. It might be on Tubi. I don't know. It seems like something you'd be able to watch there. But like I said, let me know your thoughts on this film. Consider giving me the thumbs up if you like this kind of content. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. I do Cult Movie Tuesdays every Tuesday, as well as Fright Friday horror movie reviews on Fridays. And I do thrifting hauls when I can, because it seems lately it's been pretty slim pickings. But anyway, that was my review of Offerings from 1989. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. I'm guessing this video probably won't get a lot of views just because this is so unknown and so bad, but I felt like I had to throw it in there. Until next time, I will see you at the video store or at the thrift store or, just out and about somewhere. Until then, try to stay cool in this humid weather, and I will see you in the next video. Take good care of yourselves and your family. Bye.